I turned into an old man the other day.
Were you not one already?
I mean, I am, but I mentally turned old. I mean, I'm still like mentally like a toddler. I play so many video games and I read Animorphs but we were driving past a school and I saw like a class taking place and they're doing that parachute thing.
Or like
and
with the eggs?
I remember. No. What?
What?
No.
What are you talking about? What do you mean parachute thing?
The big parachute. It's a giant fucking piece of rainbow fabric.
You mean like the one where like everybody grabs an end and then somebody has to try to run through?
Yeah, it's also known as a parachute.
Okay, yes, I was thinking like the parachute egg drop, so fuck you.
Yeah, that's an egg drop. I would have said egg drop. They're doing egg drops because only one kid in the class puts a parachute on their egg drop contraption and it fucking breaks every time. No.
Okay. Well, anyway, the cat and mouse parachute.
I'm so glad that it took me this long to just get to this point. This is great. This is so good. So I saw kids playing with the parachute, and I remember having so much fun with it when I was a kid. But I just remember the fun I had. My old brain kicked in and went, what the fuck does that thing do?
What?
What the fuck does that thing do?
What do you mean, what does it do?
It's just kids in a circle, and they're just like, hands up, hands down.
Yeah, it's just a game, dog. What?
What?
That's like
what
looking
game?
at a Monopoly board and being like, what does that thing do? It's a fucking
Monopoly
game.
has rules, and there's dice, and there's like strategy to it, and a winner and a loser. Parachutes don't have games.
Do you not remember the game that you played with the parachute?
I don't. Please enlighten me.
Okay, I don't remember all of the rules, but I distinctly recall there was like everybody would lift it up and then two people or like a couple people would run underneath and then they would drop the parachute again. And there was like two different games where one was you had to get back out, like when you ran, you had to get back out of the parachute before it was dropped, otherwise you were out. And then the other one was like they would drop the parachute and then while it's all billowed up, somebody would run on top of the parachute and try to tag people before they like escaped out the sides. Arguably extremely dangerous to have children running on top of other children, but whatever. It was a different time.
I don't remember any of that. I just remember
really?
Like you just flip it up and down. That's it. Like there's nothing to it.
Yeah, no, there was lots of running involved and like stepping on other people.
I don't believe, not in you. I don't believe in you, but I also don't believe in
you don't
everybody
believe in
that tries
me
to convince me.
Like the way people don't believe in Santa, or you don't believe in me like the way people don't believe in COVID?
Or the way that your father believes in you. That's how
exactly. That was the third one. Is it all of the above or just one?
Sure.
Oh, I feel so affirmed.
Also,
thank you.
I was editing last week's episode, and we got to the point where we're asking about the Jedi rat tails. I looked it up.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Is this
Jedi
why
rat
you
tails,
said that the next movie we're watching is Star Wars?
Actually, no. But like, it's funny that because I decided that I don't remember what caused me to think about that, but then I was editing the episode later on a later thought, and that's what led me to do the Jedi rat tail. No, so like it is just a Padawan thing, and then like when you're when you're trained and you're now a Jedi Knight or whatever, then you cut it off. But if you like get stripped and it's ripped off of you or burned off of you, I don't know. But it is just like a Padawan thing that like if you don't have hair, then like they give you a little fucking braid to just attach to your head.
You're fucking joking. If you don't have hair, they give you a thing?
Yeah, they give you like a braid to just attach to you.
Okay, that begs the question, because last time we were talking about like, oh, is it like, you know, this section of your hair you grow out and the rest of it gets shaved constantly? Is it just like a little clip-in hair extension for everybody? And they just, when they get ready in the morning, are like, clip, it's in.
No. It's a tangible like hair for everybody else that they're just growing.
Then what is the point of handing somebody? Is this like Locks of Love, where other Jedis donate their cut-off rat tails to bald Jedis?
I don't think it's I don't think it's actually hair. Like, I think it's just like string with beads and shit. Because like there's more to the rat tails than just being braided hair. There's like, beads and shit.
Yes, but I'm saying, are these bald Jedis receiving hair or just strings with beads? Because they're two very different things.
I just said I think it's just string with beads.
I think it's fucking hair, though.
Like a little ornament. You had no concept that this even existed 2 minutes ago. What do you mean I'm pretty sure it's this?
I knew what rat tails were. Just because you solved the speculation of how they come into play.
You didn't know that non-Jedi had it, so like you can't like, oh, I doubt that now. Like, no, you're not allowed to play the skeptical card here.
I can be as skeptical as I want of people who put fucking rat tails on their head. Fuck you. I have exciting news for you.
Oh.
For once, I have participated as your co-host to probably not the fullest extent, but a fuller extent than perhaps ever before. I listened to your music recommendation before recording this episode.
Oh, that's nice.
I know. Aren't you proud?
I mean, I guess. Are we going to wait till the end to talk about it? Or are you so gleeful that you wanted to bring it up right now?
No, I wanted to bring it up right now.
Okay, yeah. Tell me all about it.
Last week, you recommended Love Cat. I actually had a couple of her songs previously downloaded.
A couple. That's half of her. That's half of her songs
I know
already.
It's not. I think. Fuck! I forgot to write down the song names too. I think I had
Matador or He's My Man.
Yes, I think I had a different one of those downloaded, so now I have 3.
Ooh.
But yeah, I feel like I like that she has almost in some of her songs. It's not country, but it's almost like a little bit of a country lilt to her music.
It's like folk.
Yeah, I mean, yes, it is folk, but it's like, I don't know. I just like her style. She has like a little bit of a tonal change, like vibe that I enjoy.
Haven't you listened to her before?
Yeah, I just re-listened to all of her shit.
So this doesn't count. It doesn't count.
I had only listened to one of her songs before. Fuck you.
Okay. I can hear the ice. If I can hear the ice through Discord. With Discord's magic, like CRISPR audio filter, then I'm gonna hear the molecules. I'm gonna hear it melting through Audacity.
You can hear the condensation cascading down the side of the glass.
Welcome to We Have That Podcast at Home, the only podcast that double-checked to make sure that the silicon chip inside our head has not been switched to overload.
Wait,
I'm on Brent Gamage. Yeah. Oh, that's a reference to a Boomtown Rats song that you don't know that we'll definitely come back to.
Okay. And I'm on brand Rachel, perpetually not getting Gamage's music references. Each week we play Russian roulette with our success and spin a wheel to find out the genre of the next week's podcast. Last week, our spin landed on true crime, motherfuckers. True crime, motherfucker. Every time we say that, that's what's in my head.
I know. Every time we spin the wheel, you have to announce what it is and then put me and the audience down, I've noticed.
What do you mean?
You got to be like pop culture, you fucking bitch cunt fucker.
I have to get the anger out somewhere, Gamage. True crime, you piece of shit.
I can't remember an episode where that didn't happen.
No, I absolutely do that. No, the second you said it, I was like, yeah, 100%. This is true.
Yeah, that's
factually accurate.
So we are doing true crime, and we've decided to this week actually pick a theme for our true crime. We are doing crimes that specifically took place in an amusement park. Did you want to start?
Yeah. So in 2015, little Timmy fell down a slide. Book or movie?
See, I like how you just ignored what I said, because we are doing true crime or movie time. We're not. These are part nothing.
I made it a little mixture of both. I added a theme park in there. It was a water park.
That's funny.
Also, to answer fact checker, it is not a Mr. T or Samuel L. Jackson thing. It's from the scene in Dexter where the very tall, handsome black man of whom's name I do not know.
Surprise, motherfucker. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, so it's true crime, motherfucker. Small fries, motherfucker. It's all of those memes. Heart eyes, motherfucker.
For me, because this predates Dexter, actually, I don't know if it does, but I always think of Eurotrip, where like every time he gets mail, it goes, mail, motherfucker. And that was like my text notification thing for like 10 years.
Do you remember when we, as a human race, used to diversify our text notifications and phone ringing? I have met like one person that still does that.
Well, I know a lot of people that do that still, but like, it's just that me and most people I know that are sane people don't ever have their phone not on silent.
Yes.
I cannot tell you.
Game.
I cannot tell you what my ringtone is. It's because I don't know what it is. It's because it's been on silent since I fucking got it. Like, I got the phone and then I made sure to like do my normal ringtone thing. Like, oh yeah, this is my ringtone before, so this is just what I'm gonna keep doing. It's silent. It's been on silent forever now.
Does your phone ever accidentally go off of silent, and when it makes a sound, you're like, "What the fuck is that?" Like a cat looking at a box in the hallway for the first time?
Never. I've never. I don't even know if my phone is capable of not being on silent at this point because it's never not been on silent. An alarm works. Like if I set my alarm, that comes through. But like ringtone, text notifications, no, nothing.
I have this weird phenomena where I like the life-proof cases, and there's a little dial on the side to turn it on and off silent. And sometimes after I've had the case for like a year, that little toggle gets not like loose, but just a little loose, so that sometimes if I pull it out of my pocket extra rough or something, it switches to being off silent mode, and then it will make a sound, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? What is this fairy creature that has just crawled out of my pocket?
Demons have entered my house!
Yeah.
I'm over your ice. Remove the ice, throw it away.
I want to jingle it so close to the microphone now.
All right, do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
If we wait long enough with me clinking the ice, I will be the murder case, and it will eventually be a movie.
No, what's going to happen is I'm just going to leave and not do this anymore because I have a choice in my life to have a healthy mental well-being or a toxic one. And this isn't doing anything. I'm not getting paid for this.
Look, it's ice. Fact checker asked. It's ice because I made myself a margarita because it's Cinco de Mayo.
So you're just going to get fucking wasted on the podcast?
Yeah. I'm wasted every time I show up here. Why do you think I'm so bad at this?
Is that why you're always yawning?
No, that's just because I've been fucking exhausted. And today I woke up with like real human energy and did stuff, and it was crazy. I was like, wow, where's that been for the last 3 months?
Recording here on this show, you're either drunk, tired to the point where you're falling asleep, or sick. That's it.
Yeah.
Those are the three Rachels.
I've been sober or none of those other things. Maybe once.
No, I disagree. I've got receipts.
You're always fucked up, bitch. Shut up.
There's never been a week where I like sent you a text going like, hey, good audio. This sounded great. No, it's always like, why do you have your keyboard up to your mic? Why are you doing this?
This was actually, there was like a suspicious quantity of time between when we stopped recording and when you had something to say about my audio. And I was getting to the point where I was like, is this going to be the first week that Gamage doesn't have shit to say about my audio? And we were close. We were close. It was just too loud, which
I was actually not going to bring it up, but you ended up bringing it up for me.
Oh, God.
And what was it?
What else did I do?
No, just that you coughed. I counted, by the way, 32 times. You coughed 32 times in that episode. If you listen to it, you wouldn't hear a single one because I cut them out, and that's why it takes me so long to fucking do this show. I'm not getting paid.
apologize. I don't know what was happening last week, but yeah, I was coughing a fuckload.
It's a Mucinex, bitch. All right, let's start this episode. How about that?
Yeah, sounds about good. You can go first if you'd like.
Sniper takes to government agency because they hate Mondays.
I want that to be real. So I'm voting real.
You're voting real?
Yeah.
This is real.
Oh, fuck.
This is known as the Cleveland Elementary School shooting, taking place January 29th, 1979. It was actually considered the first school mass shooting that's recorded in America. The death toll was 2, being the principal and custodian, and then 8 children and a police officer were injured.
Who was the perpetrator?
16-year-old girl Brenda Spencer, who lived in a house across the street from the school, was convicted of the shootings.
Bitch, you live so close.
Often regarded as... What?
I was like, you live so close and you're going to complain about having to go to school. That's fucking crazy.
Often regarded as the first modern school shooter in the United States. And then when she was asked why she committed the crimes, she reportedly answered, "I don't like Mondays."
Did anybody give her lasagna? Chill her out a little bit?
So after her parents separated due to her father cheating with multiple women, Brenda allegedly lived in poverty with her father, who both slept on a single mattress in the living room floor in a house covered with empty bottles. She claimed to have been subject to total neglect from her mother and sexual abuse from her father. These accusations have been disputed by her parents, but it kind of fits, man. It kind of sounds like if you just told me the straight facts, I'd be like, oh yeah, her mother neglected her and there was obvious sexual abuse from her father.
Yeah, it all tracks together now.
She clearly had a vast disinterest regarding school. One teacher recalled frequently asking if she was awake in class. Later, it was discovered via tests that Brenda had an injury to one of the temporal lobes in her brain due to an accident on her bike.
Oh, fuck.
And so, in December of 1978, just 1 month before the incident, while still on probation for breaking into the school, a psychiatric evaluation arranged by her probation officer recommended that Spencer be admitted to a mental hospital for depression.
Man, you gotta love when the medical system's like, hey, we should take care of this. And everybody goes, what's the worst that could happen?
Her father refused to give permission. Then, for Christmas, he gave Spencer a Ruger 10/22 semi-automatic .22 caliber rifle with telescopic sight and 500 rounds of ammunition. Spencer later would say, "I asked for a radio and got a rifle." And when asked why he had done that, she answered, "He bought the rifle so I would kill myself." The parents suck.
There's no way that dad bought that without the intent of she's gonna kill us all or herself. These are our 2 options.
I'll take those odds.
Shit.
Roll the dice.
If I like gambling, 50-50. Let's go. Better than my odds at craps.
She pleaded guilty, and on April 4th, 1980, the very day after her 18th birthday, she was sentenced to concurrent terms of 25 years to life in prison. Her latest parole was denied February 2025, so she's still in there. The band Boomtown Rats, you remember?
Yes.
I mentioned them earlier.
Wrote
a song on this incident titled "I Don't Like Mondays," which ran number 1 for 4 weeks in the UK. It's a good song. I recommend it.
Fuck. I'm adding it to my list right now.
Also, a fun bit of trivia.
Okay, never mind. I found it.
Also, a fun bit of trivia. My favorite, I Don't Know How But They Found Me song is called Gloomtown Brats, which is a play on Boomtown Rats. There's nothing really there but that. Also, the album that it's on is titled Gloom Division, which is also a play on the band Joy Division, which you know Joy Division.
I do indeed.
By the way, I'm going to be incredibly brave. I'm going to say brave things, and I'm going to admit that
okay.
I prefer New Order to Joy Division. I don't dislike Joy Division, but I prefer New Order. I think New Order's better.
We're all so proud of you.
Don't fucking patronize me.
There's no other way, Gamage. There's no other option.
And I'm done. That was Brenda Spencer.
That's
shot at kids.
Shot at kids. Done. That's fucked up. A young boy was found running away from a man in a truck. After being brought to the police, they find out that the man had abducted the mother and trapped her and her son for several years until she planned her son's escape.
That's a movie.
Which one?
I don't know.
It's not very Gamage of you.
I don't know. Toy Story.
What the fuck?
I gotta say, I was barely listening to you, but I know that it's a movie.
No guesses on the movie?
Here, say it again, and I'll actually guess what movie it is.
Are you gonna actually listen? Or am I
Yes.
gonna just repeat myself and then you're gonna be like, oh,
My
I just
answer...
got back from making a grilled cheese.
Actually, my answer is cannot be changed. Movie. I know it's a movie.
Okay. You're correct.
So,
it is a movie.
I know, yeah.
Room from 2015. That's about
you recommended it. I'm glad you brought this up because I've been meaning to bring it up. You recommended it on the horror episode. That's not a fucking horror movie.
It's like a Okay, where do you view psychological thrillers? Because I think that's a psychological thriller, which, yeah, I guess it's not really
psychological
horror.
Drama, maybe.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, it's not. I guess it depends on where you draw the line for horror. Like,
I draw the line of horror at horror and not horror.
Well, I suppose it's not, but I feel like The Purge is labeled a horror movie, and it is more of a psychological thriller, in my opinion.
I mean, horror. I agree that like there's a lot of movies that are labeled horror when it's just thriller, but like thriller is in the horror category kind of. But like, I don't know. There's like a lot of action suspense movies that are like not considered thrillers, but have the exact same elements, but like
not considered thrillers, but are thrilling.
But have like rock music instead of orchestra music. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the lighting is different, and that's what separates action movies and thriller movies.
Yep, pretty much.
Okay. Terrorist blows himself up after failed kidnapping.
Terrorist blows himself up after failed kidnapping.
Yes.
I mean, that's for sure happened. But I'm going to go with movie.
Maybe, yeah. This is a movie. Do you know what movie?
No, I have no idea.
This is Big Trouble Little China. Have you seen Big Trouble Little China?
I don't even know if I've heard of that film.
Oh my god. All right, you know Mortal Kombat?
Yeah.
Do you know Raiden?
Yes.
The electric guy? Yeah. Raiden is based off of this movie.
What?
It's a movie about this trucker who like kind of gets involved in this weird like kung fu movie kind of setting where there's like this emperor like Lo Pan is like trying to like sacrifice girls to like get immortality or some crap. I don't actually remember, but there is a scene that I highly recommend where it's just this one guy who like they're escaping and he just like gets mad and he like puffs up. It's great. It's great practical effects. Like he's just ballooning. His feet like pop out of his shoes. This is the 80s, by the way, and it looks so tacky. But like he just like it expands and then blows up.
What the fuck?
I gotta rewatch this movie sometime. Maybe that'll be our next movie.
That would be a great choice because it sounds silly, and I feel like keeping the theme of silly works for us.
It's been long enough to where I don't quite remember. So like, you know, it'll be like I'm approaching it with objectivity like I did with the other ones.
Some fresh eyeballs.
All right,
Fresher. Your turn. A young woman goes to the hospital and it's discovered that she, her mom, and her sisters have all been held captive in a basement for 24 years.
Sounds real.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
You are correct. This is actually not the story that Room is based off of, but it's inspired by.
Isn't this the Kimmy Schmidt show?
No, what?
Okay.
No, this is about, it's called the Fritzl case. And Fritzl is the dad who begins in like 1977, began sexually abusing his oldest daughter, Elizabeth, when she was 11. And then in 1980, her mom died while in captivity of their attic. So the dad had trapped the mom in the attic. And then in like 1981, 1982, Fritzl began to turn their cellar into a prison chamber. And then in 1984, the dad lured his now 18-year-old daughter Elizabeth into the basement and imprisoned her. Well, into this like converted basement dungeon thing. In 1986, she had a miscarriage in her 10th week of pregnancy. In 1988, her oldest daughter Kirsten is born and lives in the cellar until the age of 19 in 2008. In 1990, Stefan is born. He stays in the cellar until 2008 at the age of 18. In 1992, her other daughter Lisa is born. In 1993, at 9 months of age, she's discovered outside the family home in a cardboard box, allegedly left there by Elizabeth, with a note asking for the child to be looked after. In 1993, after repeated requests by Elizabeth, Fritzl allows the enlargement of the prison, putting Elizabeth and her children to work for years, digging out soil with their hands. That's fucked up. And It was enlarged from 35 to 55 square meters, so like barely an apartment.
Isn't that the plot to The People Under the Stairs?
No. I mean, I don't know.
That's a creepy
I don't know
horror
what that
movie if you've
is.
never seen it. It's a Wes Craven movie, but it's like these people get trapped in this house, and it's just like a bunch of ghoulish inbred people that are like trying to eat them or something. I don't even quite remember.
That sounds fucked up. As is this. In 1994, her fourth child, Monica, is born. In 1994, Monica is found in a pushchair outside the entrance of the house. Shortly afterwards, Fritzl's second wife, Rosemary, receives a call asking her to take care of the child. The caller sounds like Elizabeth, but it is assumed that Fritzl used a recording of her voice. I keep saying Rosemary, but it could be Rosemary. Don't know.
It's probably Rosemary.
Reported the incident to the police, expressing astonishment that Elizabeth knew their new phone number. The dad this whole time is like convincing everybody that the eldest daughter joined a cult and like fucked off and just occasionally writes letters home and shit. In 1996, she gives birth to twins. The first one dies after less than 3 days, and Fritzl removes and cremates the body. The surviving twin, Alexander, is taken upstairs at 15 months old and, quote-unquote, discovered in circumstances similar to the first two sisters, who are being raised by the fucked up dad, by the way.
I mean, yeah, it's a cycle.
Yeah. In 2002, Felix is born. According to a statement by Fritzl, he kept Felix in the cellar with Elizabeth and her two eldest children because his wife could not look after another child. Way to be so caring.
Cool.
In 2008, quite the time jump, Kirsten, the oldest daughter, who's 19 at this point, becomes critically ill, so Elizabeth convinces him to take her to the hospital. During the evening, Fritzl realizes Elizabeth, Stefan, and Felix, releases them from the cellar and brings them upstairs, informing his wife that Elizabeth had decided to come home after a 24-year absence.
Jesus, you never once fucking looked in the basement?
Yeah, I don't fucking know. Later that evening, after an anonymous tip-off during a visit to the hospital, Fritzl and Elizabeth are taken into police custody, where she reveals her decade-long imprisonment and questioning. After a 4-day trial, Fritzl pled guilty to the charges of murder by negligence of their infant son, and then decades of enslavement, incest, rape, coercion, false imprisonment, and sentenced to life in prison.
God, I hope he was drowned in prison.
For real. Fucking bonkers story.
It's pretty dark and out there. I mean, and it's definitely like, it is a vicious circle where he's like, keeps doing it and just perpetuating it. So it's just a bad circle, which is ironically the family tree as well.
It's fucked
I'm
up.
sorry. I apologize.
Did you know you were going there when you started, or did you just say bad circle and went, I have to?
I don't remember.
I support both.
Whiting out.
But I'm curious.
Okay. Narcissist enlists eldest son to kill psychopathic son after they attempt to take father's life.
I think movie.
Movie?
Yeah. Narcissist convinced eldest son. I don't know what movie, but I feel like I've seen it.
You absolutely have seen this movie.
Can you give me a hint?
okay, technically the eldest son was also kind of made by the psychopathic son too, but only technically.
Technically the eldest son. I have no fucking clue. That was a crazy hint. I was gonna call it garbage, but like it's probably a good hint, but it's wild.
This is Avengers: Age of Ultron.
Can you repeat what you said?
Avengers: Age of Ultron.
Yeah, no. I mean the description that you gave it.
Narcissist Tony Stark
Yeah.
enlists eldest son, being Jarvis, technically Vision now because it was created by Ultron, to kill psychopathic son Ultron after they attempt to kill father's Tony Stark's life.
Okay. Yeah. That was... Damn, you're a wordsmith. That was quite good. I'm impressed.
Thank you. I actually wanted to put this one on Explain a Movie Plot Badly, the subreddit, but they banned Marvel movies.
Aw. How sad.
I guess.
It's just unfortunate. That's such a great way to explain it.
It's very like Abel and Cain. That's,
Did you just
Well,
realize...
I'm not touching that.
You're like, I don't want to deep dive anywhere near that.
I've done deep thinking on all the Marvel movies a long time ago, and we're not here for that.
I'm picturing you in like a large leather chair, just really focused for like hours a day at a time.
But I'm in a suit, and I've got like a martini with 3 olives, and I just keep sipping it and going, yeah.
Yeah, and like an old school corncob pipe, and just occasionally
but, like,
going,
bubbles come out of it.
Yes, exactly.
Oh.
Perhaps. And then Brittany stokes the fire next to you, and you're like, "Begone, woman, I must think."
Wench!
Hey, Gamage.
What brings you here?
Interrupting my thinking hour. A train is hijacked by a gang of robbers, and they steal $2.6 million.
True story.
You are correct, sir.
I know.
It's the Great Train Robbery of 1963, and in Britain, a Royal Mail train was hijacked by 15 robbers, led by Bruce Reynolds, which I don't know why his name is particularly relevant, or if it's just because he did this. It says specifically in the article about it that they learned the trains, and I quote, movements and schedule. And I know that they just mean like when it's fucking chugging past. But it sounds like it's like the train goes to T-ball at 3 p.m. Like, they've tracked its movements. They're like, he's home for dinner by 6. We know where he is. But they successfully stole the modern equivalent of 53 million euros. Many of the 15 were caught and given lengthy sentences, but a large portion of the money that was stolen was never actually recovered.
Ugh.
Kind of wild.
Very. There's a lot of money just out there never recovered.
Right?
Like the D.B. Cooper's treasure as well.
Yeah. Shit's insane.
All right. Man hijacks plane, does some tricks, and then intentionally crashes to end his life.
Is this not D.B. Cooper?
That's funny. That's really funny.
Is it not?
Oh, no. D.B. Cooper fled from the plane with money.
Yeah, I mean, he could have done tricks.
I guess.
I don't know why, but movie and Now You See Me is my guess. I don't even think they're on a plane at any point in either of those films. But you said did some tricks, and then I was like, magicians!
I'm surprised you don't actually know about this one. This is real life. On August 10th, 2018, that's pretty recent, a Horizon Air de Havilland Canada -8400 long name airplane was stolen from Seattle Tacoma International Airport.
I didn't live here in 2018. Fuck you.
I know. I'm just saying, like, this was all over the news when it happened.
No, I don't recall.
By 28-year-old Richard Russell, a Horizon Air ground service agent with 0 piloting experience. Nobody had noticed Russell towing the aircraft to the airstrip and then boarding it. A nearby Alaska Airlines jet on the grounds reported that the aircraft began taking off with its wheels smoking. There's a lot of airplane jargon on types of jets, but there were jets sent after Russell, but we know that the fighter jets were, there to like kind of shoot him down if anything happens, because they don't know what was happening at the point. Air traffic control maintained radio contact with Russell. Russell stated that he was a broken guy, got a few screws loose, I guess, never really knew up until now, and also made complaints about wages, stating, minimum wage, we'll chalk it up to that. Maybe that will grease some gears a little bit with the higher-ups. It didn't. Russell remained calm for the most part, and even made jokes with air traffic control, stating, I don't want to hurt no one, I just want you to whisper sweet nothings into my ear.
I like his style.
Me too. He actually got pretty popular from this. Air traffic control suggested that Russell land the plane at Joint Base Lewis McChord, which Russell refused, stating, nah, those guys will rough me up if I try to land there. I think I might mess something up there too. I wouldn't want to do that. Then he asked air traffic control if he could get a job as a pilot for Alaska Airlines if he successfully landed the aircraft, which air traffic control said they would give you a job doing anything if you could pull this off. To which Russell replied, yeah, right. Nah, I'm a white guy, which I don't know what that means. Russell then spoke of wanting to do a couple of maneuvers to see what it can do, and also requested the coordinates of a famous orca because he wanted to see that guy. Quote.
What?
The whale it was a famous orca at the time, Tahlequah.
I know. I just like that
rambling.
I just want to see that guy. Tell me his coordinates. Does he know how to navigate by plane?
I mean, in a plane, it's a big fucking passenger airliner jet. So
oh wait, he took like a whole ass airliner.
I
was picturing a small plane.
No.
Not like an entire jumbo jet kind of deal.
From the international airport. He's basically like a plane that would take people to like Italy. But just him.
That's fucking crazy.
You cannot just look out the window of those things.
No, not at all. What the fuck? This changes so much.
Exactly. He asked, hey, pilot guy, can this thing do a backflip, do you think? Then said, I think I'm going to try to do a barrel roll, and if that goes good, I'll just go nose down and call it a night. He was advised against doing that, but Russell insisted, I'm just going to do this barrel roll real quick. A veteran pilot said the maneuver seemed pretty well executed without either stalling or pulling the wings off. Air traffic control requested he landed the plane after the barrel roll, which Russell said, I don't know, I don't want to. I was kind of hoping that was going to be it, I wasn't really planning on landing it. The plane ultimately crashed on Ketron Island in Pierce County, and Russell, of course, died in the crash. A thorough investigation was performed and constituted not a terrorist act. Clearly, this man was just kind of broken. Horizon Air CEO Gary Beck stated that Russell did not have a pilot's license and that the aerial maneuvers he performed were incredible, and he didn't know how he achieved the experience he did. During his conversation with air traffic control, Russell said he knew what he was doing a little bit because he had experience playing video games.
I have actually been making this joke all week of like people stealing a plane and then being like, I've got it, flight simulator is my jam.
That has already happened. You're late.
Oh, that's so
7 years
funny.
late.
Oh, fuck. That's awesome.
He was posthumously dubbed Sky King by the internet. His history of depression and the happiness he apparently found during his final moments garnered sympathy from internet discussions and made some say he's a folk hero.
I love the concept of, I feel like we don't dub people folk heroes often enough anymore because we think that's like in the before times. It can't possibly be a now thing. So I support it.
Well, the problem is that the internet exists. So like anytime somebody comes close to being an internet hero, we discover like racist tweets they made like 10 years ago. And then that's it.
Yeah, it ruins their folk hero career. Damn, what a G. I feel like that's the thing. If you're like, I'm done with life, go steal a plane. 2 men impersonate police officers and steal $500 million worth of art from a famous Boston museum.
That's real?
Yeah? Final answer?
Yeah.
Did we just read the same website? Is this the problem?
Oh, are you getting these off of a website?
No, I got a couple of them from a website, yeah.
Oh.
All right.
This is
Do
real,
you know
though?
what it is?
No, I don't. I have no possible concept of what this is.
It's the Gardner Museum heist in 1990. Two men dressed as police officers, and they robbed the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum in Boston. They took 13 pieces of art, which amounted to approximately $500 million worth. The artwork has since never been recovered, and the museum, which I thought was really funny, leaves the empty frames up that used to have said art in it, just on the walls to commemorate this experience. And it's the largest unresolved art theft in history.
Jesus.
I really wonder if, like, you know how when you go to a museum and, you know, there's a painting on the wall and it has a little plaque that explains what it is? If they have a plaque that's like, where this used to be. 1990.
Would be here.
Stolen.
Like, just passive-aggressive things like, you would be enjoying a Van Gogh right now. Hotel manager charged after allegedly sucking on sleeping guests' toes.
I love that so much. I want that to be real.
And that's your guess?
Yeah.
This is real.
Fuck yes.
Nashville. I actually took this from like an article. I didn't write my own thing, so I actually don't even know what it's going to tell me. The manager of a downtown Nashville, Tennessee Hilton hotel has been charged with aggravated burglary and assault after allegedly sucking on a male guest's toes while he was sleeping. David Patrick Neal, 52, was arrested Friday after hotel guest Peter Brennan awoke around 5 a.m. on March 30th to find the night manager indulging his apparent foot fetish, according to local ABC affiliate WKRN.
Have you ever
Brennan
dated...
has... Sorry?
I didn't know you had more details. I was going to say, have you ever dated somebody with a foot fetish?
Not that I know of, because I'm very vocal about anti-foot fetish, that like I feel like if I did, they'd be like, haha, yeah, totally.
I like to think I'm like an open-minded person, but I was seeing somebody and then they dropped casually that they had a foot fetish, and I was like, well, better hit the old dusty trail.
I like how you're quoting previous podcasts. That's a fun callback.
Oh, have I talked about this before?
You absolutely have. There's nothing you can share with us now.
You're like, Rachel, you're just a broken record. Talking about feet all the time, you freak.
Every opportunity, you just bring it up.
Do you think, you know how some people's feet get cold? When they're sleeping?
Most people's feet get cold, I guess.
Yeah, but like when they're sleeping, like some people have bad circulation.
Yeah.
Do you think that's like a popsicle for somebody with a foot fetish?
I don't know. That's a leap, a jump, and a skip.
But it's like, is it a leap, a jump, and a skip? Because I feel
Probably
like it's not that far off.
Because even when you're feeling cold and somebody checks your temperature and they're like, nope, you feel fine to me. Probably like that.
So you're saying you lick people's toes to see if they have a fever?
Yeah, Rachel, that is exactly the fuck what I said. Good job.
Thank you. I was told that my reading comprehension is high in third grade.
There's fucking so good logic there. Like, that makes sense. 2 + 2 = 8. Yeah.
Hey, with that new Common Core math, it might, you don't know.
Brennan has since filed a lawsuit against the hotel alleging sexual assault, according to the outlet. The lawsuit alleges that Neal cloned the key to Brennan's room and entered during the early morning hours without knocking or announcing himself. Brennan reportedly screamed when he found Neal sucking on his toes and immediately recognized him as one of the 2 hotel staff members who had been in his room the previous day to help him with his TV. I have a question. Actually, it'll probably get answered. I'll wait. Brennan filed a complaint with the police following the incident, and Neal reportedly told officers that he had entered Brennan's room because he smelled smoke and wanted to check on him for his safety. Neal did not report a smoke smell to hotel security, and no one else smelled any smoke, according to police. That's a fun paragraph in here. All my life, you just have that sense of security and that sense of place, right? It's not like you're camping and you have to keep one eye open, Brennan told the local outlet. You have the security that's yours, and when you close your eyes, you feel like you're safe and you're protected, and it was a complete violation. I was just so shocked, Brennan said. It was, who are you? Why are you in my room? It was almost like a dream, a sort of nightmare. It just didn't make any sense. Why is this person touching me? Upon further investigation, Brennan and his attorney, Michael Fisher, with Rocky McElhenney law firm, stroke, found that Neil had a lengthy rap sheet that included voluntary manslaughter conviction for shooting his roommate during a fight in 1996. This took a turn.
What the fuck?
Multiple charges of forgery, drinking and driving, a manslaughter conviction as well, which served prison time, Fisher told WKRN. When Hilton hired this person, they had to have known. They have to do background checks to know. And the fact that they would put somebody like this in a position where they have the ability to clone keys, have the ability to get into a guest room. Brennan reportedly suffered post-traumatic stress and struggled to get to sleep in the wake of the alleged toe-sucking incident. Honestly, yes, maybe, but also he might be hamming it up a little bit to like garner extra weight on the lawsuit.
Yeah, but like, was he going to sleep in the same room? Because like, no. I'd probably check in somewhere else.
I think he meant generally after this he had trouble sleeping.
got it. Okay.
He didn't.
I thought it was like that night. Like,
you're acting crazy. Well, I'm going back to my room. No, he pulled a fucking fire cord. No.
Do you think the hotel manager that was sucking the toes has tried this before, or is this the first time?
Let me finish this paragraph and then I'll comment on that. The safety and security of our guests and team members is our highest priority. We are working closely with the Metropolitan Nashville Police Department, and as part of company policy, we did not comment on ongoing investigations. A spokesperson for the Hilton Hotel told Fox News Digital, okay, that was pointless. But the thing I was thinking about that I was hoping was going to get answered, but didn't get answered, is that how did this person look at this man and go, oh, his toes?
I was wondering this too, of like, when he came in the room earlier to help him with the TV, was it just like, this guy looks like he has nice toes? Or did he already have his shoes off and he was like, those are the goods. That's
his
who I'm, these are the toes I'm sucking tonight.
His dogs were out and the hotel guy was like, oh, just
sold.
I bet it tastes like macaroni and cheese. I need that.
I bet those get chilly like a popsicle. Could you imagine if this is like...
I'm trying not to.
The second or third time he's done this, and the first two times he just happened to run into other people that had foot fetishes, and we're like, all right.
Well, apparently he killed a man, so, I mean...
So foot it's very like possible that this is
foot
more
fetish
than
is like an adjacent step, I'm assuming.
Is there a correlation between manslaughter and foot fetishes?
I don't know.
Where's
but, like,
the scientific study?
I will say that, like, literally there should be nothing wrong with a foot fetish. It doesn't hurt anybody, but, like, for some reason, people with foot fetishes, like, come off as creepy, you know?
Yeah, and like, I feel like it's the stigmatism around them, and this is one of those situations that just is, like, proves the rule.
Yeah, it's like a self-perpetuating fucking cycle.
Yeah. In 2013, a man snuck into a hospital, into a closed surgery, and shot the surgeon and kidnapped the patient. Almost a decade later, a man of a similar visage performed the exact same stunt, sneaking into a hospital, into a closed surgery, and shot the doctor and kidnapped the patient.
This is a movie.
Which movie?
I don't know. I mean, it sounds like Last of Us, but I don't think it is.
Is that your final answer?
It's my final answer, yes.
It is indeed Last of Us. I was actually really hoping you'd get it because I was like, this is going to be kind of a trick question because it's not a movie or real. But
I don't remember it happening again.
No, like, it was the gimmick was that the game came out in 2013 and then the show came out in 2024. Yeah. It was meant to be kind of a bullshit.
I actually haven't watched the new season, so...
Oh, really? It's...
Not the new season.
Kind of... You don't want any opinion?
No, you know me.
I have nothing to tell you then. Fuck you.
Okay.
What's your next one?
Homeless man breaks prisoner serving several life sentences out of prison to secure a high position in politics.
That's a movie.
And?
I don't know what.
But movie is what you're sticking with?
Yeah.
Okay. This is Aladdin. It's the plot to Aladdin.
Who does he break out of prison? Oh,
The
I guess
genie.
the genie. Yeah. Damn.
Who-
I gotta get more creative with this. All right.
You do. Trust me.
Yeah.
Your turn.
A group of robbers tries to steal the first ever issued stock certificate from Amsterdam, and they find that the document has already been stolen.
Movie.
Which one?
I don't know.
It's Ocean's 12.
Oh.
I like how underwhelming that was for both of us.
I apologize.
No, it's fine. It wasn't good.
Okay, I was going to wait to the end of this podcast, but I'll just tell you now that you have a big tell when it comes to these.
What is the tell?
I'm at 100% answers right now. I've answered correctly on all of yours.
Yeah, what's the tell?
The tell is that, like, for movies, you give kind of a little bit too much, like almost a plot summary. We talked about this last time we did it too, where like you gave like the whole fucking plot out. When like you gotta compress it down to like a headline. You pick up a newspaper, what are you expecting to read? It won't be like, man goes into hospital, kills a guy, takes a child, and then 10 years later it happens again.
Okay, so you want just like a headline for these then?
I mean, yeah, that is what you're shooting for. At least like
I will try to course correct.
Or a long sentence.
Okay.
But like I caught every single one. I'm like, that's a movie. I don't know what movie, but I just know it's a movie.
Okay.
I plugged my ears and I just timed how long you were talking.
Okay. All right. I will try to switch it up.
That's not true.
No, thank you for the advice because this is helpful.
I was going to wait till the end, but like it's...
Because I do know previously you've told me that I give too much information, so I tried to make sure like the size of the paragraphs that I write for each are the same. But obviously I'm still not... No. But I mean, like, the sentences are the same. But obviously, like, I'm still putting too much in one versus the other. I will attempt to course correct what I've already written. Go on.
All right. It's my turn.
Mm-hmm.
All right. True crime or movie time? Melancholia is a boring fucking movie.
What? Is it just what?
Do you need me to repeat it?
Yeah.
Melancholia is a boring fucking movie. Is this true crime or movie time?
A movie? I mean, Melancholia is a movie and you fucking hate it. So
you're guessing movie or true crime?
Well, fact checker says it's both. The movie is a crime,
She's
says.
right. It is a I don't know
Was this
why
your
this
trick
movie
question?
gets so much attention.
Is that it's garbage?
No, this was literally just going to be, I want to talk about how much I hate Melancholia, but like saying it out loud, I'm like, no, this is a crime that had happened. And it became a trick question like halfway through. I hate this movie. I don't know how else to go into it. It's bad. Some people look at this movie and they're like, high art. And I don't understand it.
I have to watch this?
No, sorry. I understand the movie. I don't understand why you think it's fucking...
phenomenal.
Fragrant smelling fart. It is garbage. I don't know. The guy who made the movie said Nazi shit. I don't know what you want.
Apparently Nazi shit.
All right, your turn.
Man dressed as museum worker steals Mona Lisa.
Real.
That is correct. The theft of the Mona Lisa happened in 1911. And Vincenzo Perugia, I don't actually know that's how you say that. Perugia? Perugia? That might be it.
Pierogi. It's pierogi. He's those little potato things.
Vincent Pierogi, an Italian handyman, disguises himself as a museum worker and hides in a broom closet overnight. He, the next morning, just walked out with the painting under his clothes. It was not noticed that somebody stole it for 24 hours, and the painting spent 2 years on the lam until it was recovered when he tried to sell it in Italy. Which is fucking crazy.
Didn't wait long enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, you see that? Like, you just said it, and it was just a headline.
Yeah.
Like, the way you said it, like...
I'm course correcting. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, my turn. Man desecrates corpse to reclaim girlfriend's possessions.
Movie.
You're guessing
Hopefully.
movie?
Yes.
What movie?
I don't know.
This is The Fifth Element.
I haven't watched that in a really long time.
Oh, it's one of my favorite movies. Like, if I'm feeling down, I'll just put it on in the background. Fantastic movie. It's not a good movie. It's like...
No.
I don't know.
A movie can be good without it being a good movie.
Yeah.
The two do not hinge upon each other.
Sure.
Man performs science experiment on group of children.
Come on. This is actually a video game, Grounded.
Okay, good. I was like, you have to get this. We just did this for so long.
For so long, yeah. It was. I mean, this title could happen in real life. I'm sure there is a scientist working on kids. I mean, what was the Nazi thing where they poked
they did lots of it.
Twin brains on each other?
No, okay, so different one. Woman poisons other woman during trip to China.
See, is this real?
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
No, it is a movie.
See, it's so condensed and perfect. Like, it's just enough information. Hold on, let me try to guess what movie. Woman poisons another woman on trip to China?
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of what that would be.
It's a movie called The Perfection, and it came out in 2019. Do you want to know details, or do you want to put it on your movie list?
Is it one of those movies where the reason why and what's happening is like a big twist?
Probably.
You know what? I'm not going to watch it. Just give it to me.
So basically these two women are like famous orchestra cellists, and one of them is jealous of, or it's like appears to be that one of them is jealous of the other one. So she like lures her into a romance and then starts poisoning her with what she's telling the other lady is ibuprofen. And it's actually causing her to hallucinate that she's like vomiting blood or bugs, and that bugs are crawling out of her skin and shit. So then she hands her a meat cleaver so that she chops off her right hand so that the other woman can like take her place in this like whatever music thing they're vying for.
Have I seen this movie? It sounds really familiar.
There's another crazy fucking plot twist where she explains that like the person that they play music for is like a violent fucking asshole that sexualizes everybody, and I'm pretty sure like forces sexual favors upon them to perform. And there's just, I haven't actually watched it. Ashley suggested it to me, and I was like, this is a lot. Like, this just, the plot twist, just keep going. Just keep on rolling.
Oh, this was, oh, sorry, I'm going to bleep that out. Because that's spoilers for that TV show, that really good TV show.
I need to watch that.
Yeah.
Do you have any more?
I have one more.
Okay. I have one more after that, too, then.
Traffic violation leads to vengeful judge sentencing wealthy man to be executed.
What the fuck? I feel like that's got to be a movie, because that would be fucking crazy if it's real.
It would be crazy, huh?
It's going to be real, isn't it?
What's your answer?
I'm guessing movie.
It is a movie.
Thank God.
This movie is Nothing But Trouble. Have you ever seen Nothing But Trouble?
No.
Dan Aykroyd, Chevy Chase, Demi Moore, John Candy. It's a fucking cast.
I feel like my only experience with Chevy Chase, and this isn't actually true, but it feels like it, is Family Guy making fun of Chevy Chase.
I mean, you're right. You never watched Community?
No, actually, I have not. Like a little bit here and there, but not really.
It's crazy that you're obsessed with The Office, but not watch Community at all.
I know.
Community is like objectively a better show.
Yes, well, and I've like seen bits and pieces of it and liked it. I've just never actually watched it all the way through.
Yeah, spoiler alert, nobody gets along with Chevy Chase and they hate him because he's a fucking asshole piece of shit.
I'm stunned. Who knew?
But this movie is great. Basically, this couple and like their friends are like driving through like New Jersey or something, and they pass over a stop sign. And then they're pulled over by John Candy, who's like the sheriff, and like he gives them a ticket to go see the judge that day. So they go see the judge, and the judge is Dan Aykroyd, and he has old makeup on, and it is the oldest, decrepit looking thing ever. It's really good. It's worth looking up. A fact checker, pull up the fucking hot dog scene.
You said it's called Nothing But Trouble?
Yeah.
Okay.
But there's a scene where like Dan Aykroyd like gets a fucking hot dog and he's like eating it like in his old makeup with shaking hands, and it's like fucking gross. But so he sentences them to die via a roller coaster in a junkyard called like the
What
Bone
the
Skinner
fuck?
or some shit.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
He's fucking ancient.
This is 1991 too.
This is crazy. He looks like he should be part of like a dinner murder mystery where everybody wants him to be the murderer and he's not. He's just
also John Candy plays his sister who's like a fucking mute sex fiend. It's a crazy movie. I recommend it.
Okay.
I think it's all available on YouTube somewhere, but like it's wild.
All right.
But yeah, like the execution is like this roller coaster called like the Bone Skinner that just fucking kills you.
Should we add this to our movie list?
I don't know because this is a dark comedy.
Ridiculous.
It's a dark comedy, and I like to try to avoid comedy movies because like how do you explain a funny movie in a funny manner without just repeating the jokes and gags?
Yeah, I suppose. I feel
like it's funnier to take a serious movie and go, look at this fucking thing. Yeah, look at that.
Oh my god, the shaky hand with the hot dog. Yeah, I get what you're saying. This is fucking wild old people music. Makeup.
That's Dan Aykroyd. Dan Aykroyd fucking
I love the
nailed it.
giant earlobes.
Yeah.
Oh, I like his penis nose.
Yeah, it is for
Something
sure.
about the penis nose makes me feel like I've actually seen this.
You might have. It's a weird movie.
It might just be the penis. But I've seen something like this before. Oh my god, I love
also the fact that it's not
it's
even
crazy.
on a hot dog bun, it's on just a piece of fucking white bread.
Yeah, that's insanity. Yeah, I don't know, because the first GIF has no penis nose.
I don't remember what the scene is. Like, they might be like somebody's looking at him and they're just imagining the penis nose.
Perhaps.
It's been a while since I've seen it.
If I watch it,
anyway, we've talked about this movie for a bit.
Teens steal SAT answers.
I mean, that might have happened in real life, but that's also a movie. One of the movies had Jason Segel in it, didn't it? And Jason Schwartzman?
I don't think so. Unless
Slackers? Yeah, the movie Slackers. That's a good movie. I like that movie.
I was referencing The Perfect Score, which is not a good movie. I did enjoy that movie as a kid, but objectively, not a good movie.
I think both of those movies came out around the same time. I think that The Perfect Score is supposed to be kind of serious about stealing the SATs, where Slackers is just like a shitty comedy with fucking Jason Schwartzman and Jason Segel.
Yeah,
why are those
Perfect
old people
Score was supposed to be like an Ocean's 11, but for high school. Was like the vibe that it gives off.
Yeah.
I looked into this movie a little bit because I was like, when I Googled it to see what year it came out, it said that they made $10.9 million in the box office. And I was like, how much did they fucking spend on filming this? Because that's not a lot. They spent $20 million to film it and only made $11 million.
Well, that's fine. The budget for Slackers was $14 million and the box office is $6.4 million.
Nice. So same ratio.
Yeah.
Would you like to enter my emporium where we sell the newest tunes for your home?
Yes, please. I'm looking for something specific.
For music?
Yes.
Oh, do you want me to start then?
No. The penis nose was only for a second, I guess, like a sneak in. Yeah, I think it was like somebody's looking at him and they're imagining a penis is what the gag is there, fact checker.
They're imagining a penis.
Yeah. Samara Sin was pretty good. I was listening to Sinner and I'm like, hey, this is pretty good. But it did not prepare me for how phenomenal Poppin' Olive was going to be.
Yes. Poppin' Olive
was like,
is so
whoa.
good.
Yeah. I also liked Katana is another one that resonated with me. It felt like the song was like much higher energy than it actually was, but that gave it kind of like a balance to it.
Yeah.
Also, I Might Die was great. I really prefer her slow, soulful songs. Like she shines most that way.
Yes,
kind of reminds
absolutely.
me of Isla. But Gamage Rabbit List number 18 is Set It Off. Hey, do you like Panic at the Disco or Fall Out Boy? Then you'll love Set It Off. That's it. That's the rec. No. That's unfair. so the songs that the playlist generated for, like, when I was listening to the playlist, and it's like, here's these songs. It gave me Wolf in Sheep's Clothing and Why Worry, which definitely sound as I described. It's kind of very emo, like, but like upbeat emo, like Fall Out Boy.
Okay.
But their newer stuff is definitely an improvement by my shallow standards. If you like the earlier stuff, fucking power to you. Don't listen to me. I don't care. But I'm going to recommend the songs I'm going to recommend are Punching Bag, Win Win, and Barbie and Ken. These have more of like a what if Avenged Sevenfold dipped their toe into emo kind of sound, which I like.
Nice. That's actually quite exciting.
But yeah, they came out 2008, but like all of that stuff was like kind of just the generic sound at that time. Was like, okay, so it's all this on the radio now.
Mm-hmm.
But they're better than that. I'll give them that.
No, I'm actually kind of excited about the Avenged Sevenfold part. That's pretty neato.
I mean, kind of. What was that buzzing?
Kind of. It was me making a sound, sorry.
I mean, kind of like, it's like, don't expect like, oh, Avenged Sevenfold. Like, it's
no,
it's
but
just
like
that,
flavor.
There are parts where I'm like, this kind of has that Avenged Sevenfold sound, that like kind of thrashy metal with like the, like kind of loud, almost like whiny, echoey vocals. It's hard to explain what my brain picks up in music, but that's it.
Okay, dope.
Fuck you.
Except fuck you. I actually did a Gamage level dive into music this week.
Ooh.
So I'm actually pretty excited to present. So I came across a song that I particularly liked that was by 3 different artists. So I went and dove into each of the 3 artists because they had like 2 or 3 songs where all 3 of them worked on it. And I was like, I can't tell which one of you I like more or which one of you is doing what. So I went and dove into each of them. And there's definitely a shining star of the 3. So the first artist we're going to go into is Tover. They're like a tiny, tiny artist. They have 28.3 thousand followers. They do like EDM dance music mixed with a little bit of like a Spanish style hip hop and guitar with Spanish influence. Quite fucking good. I super recommend. They have the song Little Bird twice. They're 2 different versions. But the one that has Tover, Arlo, and Emmy Grace is the one that caught my ears. And then next I dove into Emmy Grace, who is sick as fuck. She has 341,000 followers, but she does EDM, but she mixes in like rock and guitar solo, like rock influences and guitar solos, and it's fucking cool. So my recommendations from her is Cut You Loose. It's an EDM song with like really good guitar solo. And then Heart in a Cage is just her doing like a grungy sort of 2000s rock vibe. And then Golden Days hits kind of like somewhere in the grungy rock vibe, but with like very mellow tones. So she definitely has a spread of sounds that she can do. Ooh. And then the third artist, Arlo, has 470,000 followers. And he pretty exclusively does EDM, does not have a lot of songs. There's like, I think 5 to 8. Same with Tover. They don't really have a lot going on. But his song Beside You featuring Emmy Grace and Blushin' featuring Emmy Grace are both quite good. And I think it's just because Emmy Grace is there. But Blushin' also has a sick little solo at the end. A lot of his music is a little bit repetitive for me. So I wasn't like huge into it. But those are my 2 songs that I'd recommend from him. And then for Tover, Little Bird, The Little Things, and Every Day I'm a Little Bit Closer. I'm pretty sure all 3 of those are by all 3 of them. Yep, just double checked.
Like it was just like kind of like a little mini conglomerate band, not band.
Yeah, I don't know how they ended up collaborating together, but the sound's fucking cool and the songs are good. So listen to their collaborations, and then I would recommend Tover. Like their other music is very much like Spanish vibe EDM. And they're pretty good. They all have less than 1,000 listens, or follows or whatever, but they're quite good. But yeah, those 3 put together, fabulous. And then Emmy Grace is for sure like carrying the team with the guitar solos.
Emmy pulls influence from Tom Morello, No Doubt, and Van Halen to craft her distinct genreless music. Well, that sells me.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking good. Yeah, their combo work, quite good, but as standalones, Emmy kills it.
Good.
Yeah. And that is my deep dive for the week.
Get out.
Get the fuck out. Actually, before you leave, you little son of a bitch, because we're going to keep going with this Rachel insulting the audience thing. Thank you for fucking listening. But if you liked what you heard, or you just fucking hate us, fuck you. Still subscribe on whatever your most favoriteest podcasting places. If you want us to talk about a thing, you can also email us at whtpah@gmail.com. That's at gmail.com. If you want to follow us on Instagram, we have an Instagram. It's called We Have That Podcast at Home. All one giant lovely word. Or you can follow us at WHTPAH on Blue Sky. That's on Blue Sky.
I want to thank me for the use of our theme song, Swing, I Thought This Was a Bathroom, off of the album Thompson Twin Brand Hemorrhoid Cream, and it is available.
And next week we will be tackling the illustrious and fine art of it's comedy, motherfucker, because we're keeping with the same theme. I've been Off-Brand Rachel.
You're yelling at me. I've been Off-Brand Gamage. Thank you for listening to We Have the Podcast at Home. Thank you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.